42 to 47 degrees Celsius. It's very hot.
Oh,
It
oh,
is
is
so
it?
hot. It's very hot. It's so hot that you can literally wash and dry your clothes at the same time. But on the bright side, COVID-19 hates the heat. So it's not bad after all if you think about it. So before we begin, I would like to wish you and your family to be safe, healthy, and enjoying your time with your family or pets for all you single people out there during this period of lockdown. And thank you for taking time to attend this webinar. So I'm here to talk to you about the new Globe Trainer Mentor Trainer certification process, which was developed by the Education Working Group in collaboration and consultation with the Globe community at large. So here's an outline of my report today. As you can see, it's very brief and straight to the point. I'll begin by giving you a brief background of this project and why this thing came about. Then I'll be giving you an overview of the new process and discuss the step-by-step procedures in each of the process. So a brief history. The project started in 2017 upon the orders of Dr. Tony Murphy, Director of GIO. The idea was to review the current certification process at that time with the end in view of enhancing, further improving, and aligning it with the Globe's strategic development goals and plans. Thereafter, the Education Working Group proceeded with the review, soliciting views, feedbacks, and comments from the Globe community as we went along. Needless to say, the working group had to go through several drafts and revisions before we were able to present the initial draft to the Globe community in Detroit, Michigan during the annual meeting in July last year. After the annual meeting, the working group consolidated all the feedbacks of the Globe community during the annual meeting and continued to solicit more feedbacks through a survey which we conducted, targeting other members of the community, particularly teachers who were not present during the annual meeting in Michigan. So in January 2020, the Education Working Group revised its initial draft by incorporating the feedbacks it received from this survey. We also added a list of frequently asked questions to go along with the final version of the document. In February of 2020, the GIO approved the new certification process, which was later presented to the Globe community during Earth Day this April 22, 2020. The objectives and goals of this new process are the following: to emphasize the trainer certification procedure, refine the process to be more streamlined, flexible, transparent, and accessible, to guarantee the quality of trainers throughout the Globe community, and establish a mentor trainer as a resource to aid and advance the community of Globe trainers. Ultimately, the whole idea is to improve quality, not only of the pool of trainers that we have, but also the quality of data that we gather, and the whole teaching and learning experience that we impart to the whole community. It is important for Globe trainers who are leading the Globe workshops to be knowledgeable in the Globe program with a firm understanding of protocols, procedures, quality of data being collected and recorded, and the proper way of guiding teachers on how to implement the Globe in their educational setting. These Globe trainers must be able to educate as well as support teachers to ensure GLOBE protocols are being conducted properly. If we can improve the quality of GLOBE trainers, then we can also improve the way we transfer knowledge and skills to our GLOBE teachers, who in turn can provide students with better learning experiences and eventually improve the quality of data that we upload in our database, which can be used to solve real-world problems. The new certification process offers the following features. It offers greater flexibility where trainers can be certified in specific protocols or even just one protocol. It requires the submission of evidence of knowledge and competency in 4 areas, namely science, education, adult learning, and knowledge of GLOBE. The new certification process also provides mentorship, where candidate trainers will work with a mentor trainer to lead a GLOBE workshop as a condition for certification, among others. The new certification process has 3 steps. Step 1 is the application and qualification review. Step 2 is the review by the mentor trainer. And step 3, maintaining an active status. Step 1, the application procedure. This begins with the candidate trainer making an application to be certified as trainer. In the submission of his or her application form, he or she has to attach all relevant documentation showing proof of competency, knowledge, and skills on the 4 areas I just mentioned previously. All these documents are then submitted to the country coordinator to review, evaluate, and make a recommendation to the education working group. If the recommendation is not favorable, then the country coordinator informs the candidate of any deficiencies and advises the candidate trainer on when and how to address the deficiencies. If the candidate trainer so decides not to pursue his application, the process ends there. Alternatively, he may want to resubmit his application, completing all the deficiencies as mentioned. On the other hand, if the recommendation of the country coordinator is positive, then the education working group will identify and assign a mentor trainer. Once the mentor trainer is assigned, all the documents are forwarded to the mentor trainer for evaluation and to make arrangement with the candidate trainer on the process of observation and evaluation of the training that the candidate trainer is planning to conduct. And then step 2 begins. It's important to note that in step 1, a prerequisite for candidate trainer to apply, the candidate trainer must first be a trained GLOBE educator or teacher, or a trained GLOBE citizen scientist. Talking about documentation. So as part of the application process, the candidate trainer is required to submit the following documentation as part of the certification process. The candidate must submit documentation on knowledge of science, understanding of the Earth system, the protocol subject area, and the sphere content. On education, the candidate trainer must show proof of pedagogical techniques for teaching children or youth in classrooms and in the field. On adult learning, the candidate trainer must demonstrate skills and techniques for teaching and engaging adults. On understanding of globe, the candidate trainer must show active participation in globe activities and understanding of the globe program's mission, visions, and advocacies. So, once those requisites have been complied with, step 2 begins. Step 2 is the observation of the mentor, is the observation and evaluation of the mentor trainer. So the mentor trainer observes the workshop in person, virtually, or via a video submission. The mentor trainer completes the candidate training workshop observation form and submit it to the country coordinator and the regional coordinating office for evaluation. The country coordinator, together with the regional coordinating office, reviews, evaluates, and make a recommendation to the education working group. If the recommendation is not favorable to the candidate trainer, then the country coordinator informs the candidate and the mentor trainer on any deficiencies and advises him or her on how to address the deficiencies. Alternatively, the candidate trainer may decide to complete those deficiencies and resubmits all the documents to the mentor trainer for further evaluation. If not, the process ends there. On the other hand, if the recommendation is positive, then the education working group reviews, evaluates, and approve or disapprove the recommendations of the country coordinator or the regional coordinating office. If the recommendation is negative, then the education working group will notify the country coordinator and the regional office and the country coordinator, informing the candidate trainer on any deficiencies and advises him or her on how and when to address these deficiencies. Again, the candidate trainer may complete these deficiencies and resubmit those lacking proof or documentation, and the process starts again. Otherwise, the process ends for him or her. On the other hand, if the recommendation is positive, then the working group will notify the country coordinator and the regional office to change the status of the applicant to trainer or mentor trainer in the GLOBE database. And we proceed to step 3. At this point, at the end of step 2, the candidate trainer is now officially a certified trainer. Once certified, a trainer may only conduct workshops on protocols in which he or she has been trained and certified. Trainers may learn about additional protocols through e-training or participating in GLOBE workshops. Step 3 is about maintaining an active status. In order to retain your rank or status as a trainer or mentor trainer, you must remain active. An active trainer is defined as someone who has conducted at least one training workshop at every 2 years. So one training workshop every 2 years minimum. Or in the case of a mentor trainer, at least one mentoring every 2 years. On top of that, a trainer or mentor trainer is also required to submit a list of globe accomplishments, activities, and commitments once every 3 years in order to maintain its active status. Lastly, all trainers are required to accomplish the annual training survey and submit documentation on his or her participation in globe activities. Now, how is this new certification process going to impact the current structure or hierarchy of trainers and master trainers? First of all certified and active trainers and master trainers will be reclassified as trainers. So if you are currently a master trainer, you will be reclassified as a trainer. Or if you are currently an active, and it's important that we use the word active. If you are an active trainer right now, with this new certification, you will be classified as trainer. If you are active, you may not need to go through the new process. Trainers and master trainers who are inactive may be required to undergo recertification under the new process to earn his or her trainer status under the new system. Second, the rank or status of master trainers will gradually be removed. Currently, master trainers shall be allowed to use their titles, rank, or status as master trainers until such time that this is formally abolished. But no new master trainer rank will be awarded after the new certification begins. Third, country coordinators will be given instructions with the help of IT people at GIO on how to purge their respective user database accounts, removing all inactive accounts. Let me just show you the impact of this new certification process in terms of how it will affect the number of trainers and master trainers in Globe. In this slide, it shows you the number of trainers worldwide. There's a few thousand of them, the highest number being in the United States, followed by Thailand with 300, US 600, Thailand 300, and then the Philippines at 289. In the Asia Pacific, a total of about 1,066 trainers are in our region, the highest being Thailand, Philippines, and Vietnam, despite it being new, has about 87. Number of master trainers, there's a few of them worldwide, a few hundred. In the Asia Pacific region, that's 45. So if these trainers and master trainers are active, by active meaning they have been doing training for the past 2 years, they will remain as active trainers in the Globe database. But if they are inactive, they would have to seek reaccreditation under the new process. So again, we will be sending instructions to country coordinators on how the system of purging of their databases will begin. If you visit the Globe website, we have also listed down FAQs, frequently asked questions. You may refer to them if you have any questions, and if you have gone through them and you still have questions, you may of course ask any of the members of the education working group. In this slide, you will see web resources pertaining to the new mentor, trainer, and trainer certification process, including the standard forms for this certification process. However, even as we speak, the education working group is still finalizing these forms and making them clearer and easier to use. And that's about it. Are there any questions? Wait, I am. Okay, are there any questions?